everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am back with part 2 of the, what did I call it? Strips and Squares quilt, for lack of a better name. I am having fun with this, and I'm starting to get in the rhythm of it, so I thought I would show you what I'm doing. This is all that I have accomplished so far, but I really like the way it's coming out. If you don't know what I'm talking about right now, go check out the video down below, watch that, come back. Once you watch that, you will know that I'm going in a sequence of colors, light, darker, 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 darker. And then I work my way back up to the light, and then back down to the dark, back up to the light. You don't have to do that. You can make this all scrappy if you want. You can do like I'm doing and use like a main color for the background and then one thing for the accents. You can do whatever you want, or you could have it be just all completely scrappy. A whole bunch of different colors for the strips, a whole bunch of different colors or patterns for the squares. There are no rules to this, but I'm doing this, and I wanted to show you how I'm doing it. I also wanted to mention that I didn't mention, once we have another column made and we put it up next to this, it's going to make the little red squares go back and forth like that, like a little zipper or something. And when I get to that point, I will have to decide, do I want to continue to have like these lights go all the way across, you know, so that the whole quilt top does that? Or do I want to maybe alternate and start with something dark? I don't know. And we could also even put sashing between the columns if we wanted to. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so here's how I'm working on this. I have to keep my sequence going. So now I'm done. I ended with a dark. So now, oh, I have all my strips cut and they're at my sewing machine. Like this. I have them from light to dark. Since I do have a sequence going on, I am going to lay out my strips and then I know exactly how I have to sew them. And I like to create a little block and then I attach it to this. When we do columns like this or, you know, rows, things can get wonky really easy. You know, of course we can trim at the end. You know, I don't really feel like doing that. So I like to make a little block and then I can just add it. It's just better than continuously adding a strip at a time, because if we start to go off, like this one's down a little bit here, you know, we can end up with just a crooked column. So I need to do this one, this one, this one, and then this one. So I grab my strip and I put it there. And then I need this guy. And then I need this guy. I have a little wrinkle there. And then I need my lightest one. Is that correct? Yes. Like this. So I'm going to be sewing these 4 together. I'm going to flip this here. This is the side I want it to be sewn on. So I'm just taking it to my machine and laying it down like this, and then I'll know it's this side. And then here I'm flipping. I want this side, taking it to my machine. So let me sew those together. I did my finger pressing at the machine. Now at this point I come back and I put them down again, because there's so many ways that I could go wrong because of the sequence thing. Seriously, if you just do scrappy, you can just sit and chain piece a whole bunch of these together and, you know, it'll be so much quicker and easier than what I'm doing. And then it goes this way. Yes, okay, flipping here, sewing here. At this point, I am going to sew this to this. So I'm just going to look and see like that. I'm going to take it up just a tiny bit on this side to keep it straight. Sewing. And now we have this long. This is so cool. And I happen to be pressing all my seams in one direction because that's just easy. I think I said that I cut all my strips. No, I didn't cut all my strips. I cut some strips of all the colors that I'm using, and when I'm done, I will tell you exactly how many strips I needed for the greens, and I think we only need 8 strips for the squares, unless I decide to go longer, wider, whatever. So I'll let you know at the end. I'm just going to continue, and I'll be back when I have something else to show you. I have 2 columns done. I have them folded right now. And you can see what I mean, that when we sew these together, we're going to have this thing happening with the reds. And again, we could put some sashing between that if we wanted to. I don't plan on doing that. But you know what? I think I'm only going to do 3 columns for the sake of this video, because, you know, it'll be pretty wide. Of course, we're going to lose some with the seam allowances, and I may need to trim. I don't know if I'm going to or not. But, you know, see, 23, 22, 32. It wouldn't be too wide, but I want to put a border. So you know what? I think I will stop at 3 columns. And I may take the bottom strip off. I did 38 like I was planning on doing, but if, I don't know, I'll have to see. I kind of would have liked it to end on the light, because on this row I started with the light, I ended with the dark. And on this row I started with the dark and I ended on the light. But that 38th row that I planned on made me go 1 more on each strip. I think I'm going to take them off. I don't know. It's just a silly thing. I just would like it to end a certain way. So yes, I did decide to do just the opposite of what I had done. I went from light to darker, then back to light. I went from dark to light, and then back to dark. And so the 3rd column would be a repeat of this one. I pressed these all in that direction, the seam allowances, and then here I pressed them all up. And then this 3rd column will be down. So that way when I connect, they will nest. And, you know, I think it's going to be a few days before I can wrap this up, and I really would like a video now. So I think I'm going to stop now and give you guys just this quick video as an update. I did cut a lot more strips. I don't know. I probably cut too many now, because if I'm not doing a 4th column, but that's okay. They won't go to waste. I'll do a, you know, what can I do with these scraps video with those, or something like that. So I'm going to stop now. Just wanted to show you guys my, you know, what I've accomplished, and it's really pretty. I just think so. By the time you see me next time, I should have the 3 columns done, and I will show you how I'm attaching them. And I don't know, do we really need to see that? I'm just going to sew them together. I think you get that part. I will have a count for you as to how many, you know, full width strips I needed to make this, and or how many of these size. And, you know, the same with the squares. I will have a border planned, and we can do the border for the next video. And then I'll have pictures on the bed, all that stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe so you don't miss episode number 3. Bye!